Welcome to Big Tony's Garage and Metalworks. In today's episode, we are going to figure out if I should cut this bumper. So we're not going to spend a lot on this build. Okay, this build is just to make it look a little bit more off-roadish. I'll show you real quick. My bump referring to is, the bumper corner here and on the other side, right? So the plan is to have it cut at an angle. If you see, this is the factory bumper, but it's missing plastic pieces, which I'm glad that it's missing. It kind of comes out a little bit like this, out on both sides. And I was looking at possibly replacing this bumper. And they have some bumpers that range from 170 all the way up to like $300, $400, $500, and they come with the winch plate. That looks nice and dandy, but I don't plan on taking this vehicle off-road. But I do want it to look a little bit more aggressive. So the point is, I want to cut this in an angle like this on both sides, right? And it'll give it more of an aggressive look. And then possibly later on in the future, I might go out and get myself a bumper. But for now, we just want to make sure that I'm able just to make it look a little bit nicer than what I think it looks now, and then go from there. So the plan is to measure with the straight edge and slice it with my grinder, grind out the edge and make it so that nobody cuts themselves, so it isn't sharp or anything right here, but I want to make sure that it's like this. So once I cut it at an angle that way, it's gonna make it sharp, but then I'll come back with the grinder and I'll make it nice and straight like this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so that's what the plan is. Make it more off-roadish. It just looks more aggressive. If I were to cut those edges off like this at a 45, I plan on go all the way down to where the light is at. So I will slice it down here like this, up that way. So that's what the plan is. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I hope I don't tear it up, but I think it's gonna work out great. Okay, so I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. All right, boys and girls, as you can see, I have the idea to, I don't want to cut it so far away from here because it'll protect the light. I guess I do some serious mudding, so I'm thinking lining it up right here, right, like this, and then making the line and the cut up here on top, and then making a straight edge like this, so giving it a little bit of a straight piece like this, a 45 right there, and then cutting it back that way. Okay, so I would basically stop around 35.5 or 40, I should say, and then cut straight up and then straight across like this. Okay, so that's the plan. Watch me now. The reason why I'm doing that change, as I'll explain right here, is because I have this back bumper, and this back bumper right here sticking out a little bit from the light, but this is like an inch, a little bit over an inch, right? And it has this look, this off-road look. It's a worn rear bumper, and this is the factory. So I'm trying to copy the same look, and the way I do that is I measured about the same distance from here to here is the same as the other side. So my measuring points are from here to here, right? So if you see this line that I made, from here to the end of this lip is right there, right? See that? And then I carry the same measurement to the other side, and you'll see that it's exactly the same distance, right? So that gives me this, and then I remeasure here, right, from this end to this end, right, and that gives me from that end, to the very tip. Try to do this with two hands here. Just around there, 4 inches, right? So if I look at that right there like this, Okay, so we're not gonna be perfect, but I know exactly where my thumb is at, where it ends, right? And where that, and I carry this over, and I do the same thing on this end, right? So that gives me, you know, where that line is at, right there. That gives me the exact measurement. And this is already 45 degrees angle from the thick line, not the small one, but this one right here. And then I also measured equally in the bottom, and I use both sides to do that. I use both sides, so it's even. The measurements are even, right? And I have to have a steady hand now because I'm going to be using my hand grinder to do this, but it's okay. And that will give me a similar look in the back to this front right here. So, you know, I don't have to do this, but I think it'll make it look a little bit more off-roadish, like I said. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and just chop, chop, chop. Okay, so watch me do this, all right? Let me pull out my tools and I'll do this real quick. Make sure to use ear protection, use gloves, and protect your eyes at all costs to save you a medical emergency and going to the doctor and spending time and energy on something that you do not want to spend time on. Okay, so make sure that you do that. Watch me now. Take your time, don't rush it.
More everything from you, I will never be free. Can't stop me from everything, so I don't know where to go now. Got caught up in my head, thought way too far ahead. I don't know where I'm going. Got caught up in my head, thought way too far ahead. I don't know where I'm going.
Wonder if God got a plan for everyone. I wonder if I could take a second run. Cause I carry on getting sad and getting stuck. What I wouldn't give for a life that doesn't suck. I'm a moving target. I never finish what I've started. I'm a moving target. But if I stop moving, then I'll have to face myself. I don't wanna face myself. I don't wanna face myself. I don't wanna face myself. Whoa, 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 yeah. I'm a moving target. I never finish what I've started. Kinda makes me wish I never started. I'm a moving target. But if I stop moving, then I'll have to face myself. I don't wanna face
Nice angles cut into it. I'm going to spray a little bit of touch up, but what I was doing, the reason why I was grinding is I wanted to be safe and not cut anyone. So now I could run my fingers through it, right? It's not sharp. I took all the sharp edges on it. I went through the back, right, and through the top. Same on this side. This one was a little bit rougher because, as you can see, I sort of struggled. You know, it's nice and even to the eyeball, if you will, right? And now I'm going to just touch it up with some black spray that I have. I'll find some, and eventually I'll paint this bumper. I don't know what color this is. It looks like a matte kind of black, but there it is. It looks like a off-road rig. Matches the back bumper. Okay, it didn't take me a lot of time. It took me like maybe 15-20 minutes, right? And now you have a kind of like an off-road look more to it. I took those edges off, you know, and now it looks a little bit more uniform. Okay, and not a lot of money, so I didn't spend all kinds of money. You could always, if you really want to go crazy, you could put, you know, like a plate, steel plate. I might do that, but why? I mean, it's okay. I could do that, but it's fine like that too. There it is. That's the cheapo bumper modification, if you will. No, it follows the nice, you know, it follows the lines real nice now, like this, right? Before it was blocked off. And now I'll take a before and after picture right here. Boom. Okay. I hit it with some Rust-Oleum at the very tip where it was, you know, bare metal, and that is black, flat black, same color as the bumper. I know it's dirty, I apologize for that. But I cleaned the area very nicely and just make sure that I hit the bare metal. No sharp edges, and there it is. Front bumper modification. Reason why, look, check out my back bumper and you'll see. Now it matches the back of the bumper. The back bumper. Okay. So it looks similar to it. It's got the angles on it, just like it. And the actual space of it is relatively the same. So it mimics the back bumpers. So I'm happy with it. I did it. Now it looks like a off-road bumper. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like my content. Make sure to hit that bell.